Welcome to another session of the ATU Library Tutorial series. In this tutorial, we are going to talk about how you can use the Mendeley Desktop Software to automate your citations and references. And so, before we start, actually this tutorial is going to deal with the in-text citations, and you have to know the types of the in-text citation that we have. But note that the citations and the references that we are going to capture in this tutorial will be that of the APA 7th edition. We're going to use the Mendeley Desktop Software to prepare our citations and references, or to automate them. So when we talk about in-text citation, that is a citation that we have in between our text. However, we have two types of in-text citations, and we have the narrative one, and we have the parenthetical style of in-text citation. And so when we talk about the narrative one, what does it mean? When we talk about the parenthetical citation to, what does it mean? So you realize that some instances we have citations which come before the actual statement. Those ones are called the narrative citation. So we can say that narrative citations intertwine the author as part of the sentence with the date of publication in parentheses. So someone says, according to Armstrong, 2002, marketing can be defined as. So you realize that the name comes before the actual definition, or the name comes before the emphasis that you want to make. And that's what we call the narrative citation, whereby the parenthetical citation also include the authors and the date of publication within parentheses. So with this type of citation, it does not begin a statement, but rather it can come in between a statement or at the end of a statement. And so we are going to see how we can use the Mendeley Desktop software to be able to automate our citations and also references. All right, so as you see from my screen, this is my Mendeley Desktop software, and I have some information over here already captured from some articles. And so we'll be acknowledging where the information were picked from using our Mendeley Desktop software. So you realize that first of all, you check whether the citation and the reference style that you want to prepare your work into is set appropriately. So you realize that because this tutorial covers the American Psychological Association 7th edition, my style is set to the APA. And so whatever I'll be doing over here will conform to the APA style. And so we have our first statement, we have also our second statement, and we also have our final statement. So we are going to demonstrate how we can have these types of citations, that is the in-text one, using the Mendeley Desktop. All right, so you are saying that loyalty is a concept that is used in a range of disciplines to mean similar but slightly different things, but marketers have settled on. And so we have these statements from this side to this side, and we want to acknowledge where we pick the information from. So let's say we pick the information from this particular article, and we have to acknowledge it. And so when you come back to your Microsoft Word and you click on insert citation, you realize that Mendeley will ask you to either search for that article that you want to acknowledge. Before you search for that article, you can either push in the author or authors of that particular article, or the title of that particular article in this field, as you are seeing. Then automatically Mendeley will populate the article for you to select, so that the citation will be done for you. However, we don't want to be keeping the author's names in our head or the title of the article in our head. So what do? Let's cancel this. Now this is what we have. This is our Mendeley Desktop. Previously, when we were in Microsoft Word, the plugin informed us that we can either enter or type in the author or the authors of that particular article or that of the title, so that the plugin in Microsoft Word will be able to pull out that particular article and so to prepare your citation for you. So we are going to demonstrate that. First of all, we start with the title. So before you do that, you make sure that all the information over here is captured correctly. So the title over here is captured correctly over here, as you are seeing. And what we have over here, the type is set to journal article. So if you have a book over here, and it means that Mendeley, or you should also select books so that you get an appropriate citation, that's the appropriate in-text citation, and that of the reference for the book. However, this is an article, so we have general article selected. When you look at the title, it's the same thing over here. It's experiential brand loyalty towards an extended conceptualization of consumer allegiance to brands. That is what we have over here. And we have the authors over here as captured correctly. So, and we also have the journal where the article is coming from is also captured correctly. That is the marketing theory, the year 2020, the volume 20, the issue as you are seeing over here. The pages we have 251 to 271. So all this information are being captured, and so the information that you see over here will be used for the references, and the authors together with the year of publication will be used for our in-text citation. So you have to make sure that the information captured over here conforms to what we have for your article. So whatever information over here must conform to what we have also here. So we are set to go to prepare our in-text citations. So we can highlight our title, we copy our title, you come to word processor. So this is where you actually want to insert your citation. It means that your cursor should be at the end of that particular statement. Then you go to insert citation. You paste, because per the information that we have over here, you can paste or you can search by the title of the article. So what we copied, you really want to paste it over here. And so when we paste the title over here, the title of the article, this is the article. So we select it and we click on OK. So that is what we have. So when you have this red line, you can just bring your cursor here and just hit the space bar so that we have some space in between. And therefore, this is what we have. This is the in-text citation. Now, you are seeing etal, and that should tell you that with the 7th edition, as covered in our previous tutorial, whenever the authors are more than 3, it uses the etal. So 3 or more, the 7th edition uses the etal. So you realize that our authors over here are 3. That is why we have the etal showing over there. All right. So this is our first example. We move on to the second example. And this time around, with this, we copied the title. And with this, the second illustration, we will copy that of the authors. So what we are doing currently is what we call the parenthetical citation. That is citation that actually does not start or does not begin a statement or a fact, but rather we have the statement in there, and it comes either in between the particular assertion that you want to make or at the end of the statement. And so we want to also do another one over here. And we have, this time around, we move on to this particular article. And so we check everything is captured correctly. We check the authors. Also, everything is captured correctly. We check where the article is coming from. That is the journal. It's also captured correctly. We have volume 45, issue, that is 3 pages. We have 423 to 446. So in case some of the information is captured over here are not correct, you can do so by putting it over there. So this time around, let's copy the author's names. So we copy, we come back to our Word file. So this is where our cursor is. We click on insert citation, then we paste the author's names, and it pulls out the Mendeley plugin, pulls out the article. We click on it, then we hit on OK. So we have our in-text citation also over here. That is automatically generated, and it's also accurate. All right. So our second type of in-text citation that we are going to cover is that of the narrative citations. Actually, it forms part of the sentence. So we want our citation to start right at the beginning of the fact that we want to establish. So we go back to our Mendeley Desktop Software. So let's use this third article. And so always make sure that the information that you have at this side matches with what you have over here. So we have the journal, we have the article title captured correctly, the author's name as compared to what we have here also captured correctly. Where the article is coming from is also captured correctly. The year is 2016, the volume is 22, the issue 2, and the pages 111 to 128. So these are really the little information that you will need for to get your citation done correctly, and that of your references too. So we copy the author's names. Now we come back to our Word file, and so we want our citations to start from where our cursor shows. And so we go back to insert citation, we paste the author's names, we select, we hit OK. Now, you realize that once it is the narrative one, you have to get rid of the first parenthesis showing over here. So you have to get rid of this because it's the narrative one. And so we erase this one. Then we click here. We have our parenthesis showing over there. Then the third thing to do is to remove the comma. And so the moment we click outside the automated or the generated citation from Mendeley, it tells you that do you want to keep manual edits? Yes, we want to keep manual edits. Now we have to, you can go ahead and make sure that your statements sound very appropriate or catchy, or it sounds very interesting. So we are saying that these authors argue that loyal customers are less likely to switch to competing brands. We can also say that according to these authors, as we have over here, so we can bring, we can start typing according to these authors, loyal customers are less likely to switch to competing brands. So what you see over here is what we call the narrative citation, and what you see over here is what we call the parenthetical citation or the parenthetical in-text citation or the narrative in-text citation. All right, so this tutorial actually captures that of the in-text citation. In our next tutorial, we will capture that of the reference and how you can generate or you can automatically generate your references after you are done with your in-text citation. So thanks again for watching ATU Library tutorial series. Subscribe to our channel and we have a lot of tutorials for you.